Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
I was totally thinking of that song when I was thinking we were going to do a clip of it. Totally. I was just going to do that. You totally did it first.
I wanted to talk about sex, and I was like, no, I want to talk about sex. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to sing it as she talks about.
Okay,
so
cool.
sex.
Yes. And one particular aspect of sex that I want to talk about, because it's come up so often with people I know in my life and people I've talked to, and seems to be stupidly kind of still taboo to talk about, which I think is totally silly.
Yeah,
like, dear God, really?
It's like, get on with it.
Let's all be adults, okay? Sex is just a part of us, a part of life. One of the things I am so astonished about, and that I wish I could help change for people, and in particular for women, but I'd like to change it on behalf of men out there too, because...
Okay, wait, where are you going? This is the first time I've heard this, by the way, so I have no idea.
Where I'm going is, I'm astonished at how many women have never taken charge of their own sexuality. How many women who have never masturbated and don't know how to orgasm, have never tried it for themselves, have never even thought about trying it for themselves, and then expect a guy or a partner, when they're with them, to suddenly be able to figure it all out for them. And then get disappointed when they can't. And I'm like, dude, how can you expect anybody else to figure out how to pleasure you or make you orgasm if you don't even know how to do it? But you know what, in all defense, okay, I know how to do it. Yeah, me too.
And we could talk about that another time too. But look, there are things that have happened in the world that we live in. There have always been these taboos, you know, that we grew up with, and we were told, and then like, oh, you can't. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay, I remember. This is crazy. I grew up Catholic, not Catholic anymore. I was 13 going for my confirmation, and we had to do a confession before confirmation. And there was a list of suggested things that you might want to confess. Whatever.
Was masturbation one?
Masturbation was on there. Okay. So masturbation was on that list, and I swear to God, I was like, oh,
you're so in trouble.
Holy shit! I had no idea. I had no idea that it was a sin. Now, okay, I don't know. I'm not speaking for the Catholic Church. I have no idea. I don't know if that's officially a Catholic position.
Okay.
All I know is that here I am reading this list, and I'm like, holy fuck, I had no. And I felt so guilty, and I felt so bad because I was trying to be a good Catholic girl. And
that's so mean. Well, and seriously, legally, there are states where masturbation or oral sex is illegal. I think Virginia is one of those states, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But there are states where it's actually illegal. So luckily, we're here in Canada and it's not illegal. So please feel free to explore it. Because seriously, I think it's unfair to expect another person to be able to fulfill that for you when you're not even willing to fulfill it for yourself.
It's true. And you know what? Guys think it's really sexy when you... At first, I used to think it was being bossy, and I hate being bossy. I can't handle telling people what to do, although I'm doing this in a video for sure, but whatever. And I don't like being bossy. But I remember one of the first few experiences where I thought, forget it, I'm just going to go and tell them what I want. And they were, not they, he was like so turned on. I'm like, well, do this and do this. And he's like, oh yeah, baby. Oh, and that in itself, the fact that I knew what I wanted and I told him what to do, it turned him on. Then that turned me on.
And then that turns you on.
Then I was like, whoa, this is getting hot. This is getting better. And then you feel more confident. And sex for women especially is about confidence and feeling good about themselves.
It's all about that,
So when you feel empowered enough to say, do this, do that, go there, go that, try this, try that.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing is freaking awesome.
Amazing. And then he'll want to do it more and more and more because he knows he's doing it right. But they don't think they're doing it properly. Oh, yeah. How are they supposed to know?
It's not fair.
There are like 17 ways for a woman to orgasm. Did you know that?
Something like that. Seriously, I honestly believe there are way more than that.
So if they're going to feel like they don't want to mess it up. They don't want to fuck this thing up. They don't want to screw it up, so they play it safe.
Which doesn't work.
It doesn't work because then it's boring or it's predictable. So you're empowering them.
Exactly.
And the whole situation
just becomes awesome.